Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news. The buzz around the NFL this week is all about a potential blockbuster move that could shake up the AFC East and set Buffalo on a new trajectory in their quest for back-to-back Super Bowls. Rumors are swirling that the Tennessee Titans might be willing to part ways with wide receiver Calvin Ridley, and if the Bills manage to pull this off, it could be one of the most impactful trades in recent franchise history. Now, I know what you're thinking. Calvin Ridley? The guy who has been lighting up defenses when healthy. Yeah, that's the one. And the timing couldn't be better for Buffalo, especially considering their current receiver core and the looming playoff push. Sources close to the situation, including some reputable insiders like Diana Rossini, are indicating that the Titans are actively exploring a trade that would send Ridley to the Bills in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026. That's a significant price, but honestly, it might be worth every penny for Buffalo. The Titans, sitting at 4-6 and struggling with a defense that's allowing 25.6 points per game, are clearly in a rebuild mode. They've been focusing on developing their young quarterback Levis and shoring up the offensive line, prioritizing cap space and future assets over current production. Right now, Tennessee is sitting on a cap space of around $14 million and is trying to reset after a season where their offense has scored just 224 points with a lot of turnovers. Meanwhile, the Bills are entering a crucial stretch of the season, and the need for a dynamic receiver to stretch the field has never been more apparent. With Gabriel Davis sidelined due to an ankle injury, the Bills' aerial attack has lost some of its explosiveness. Stefon Diggs remains one of the top receivers in the league, but adding a player like Ridley could elevate the entire offense. Ridley's speed is elite. Imagine him running deep routes, slicing through defenses with that lightning-fast acceleration. He's a true Pro Bowl caliber receiver, capable of creating separation and making big plays downfield. His presence would immediately add a new dimension to the Bills' passing game, especially in the red zone, where they've been seeking more consistency. Let's take a closer look at Ridley's numbers this season. He's been remarkably steady when healthy, with 45 receptions on 68 targets for 612 yards and 4 touchdowns. His average yardage per catch sits at 13.6, and he's averaging over 61 yards per game. His PFF grade hovers around 78.9, placing him among the top 25 wide receivers in the league right now. His EPA per target is a solid 0.19, meaning he's very efficient when given opportunities. Plus, his YAC, yards after catch, is 3.6 yards, and he's been able to make contested catches 42% of the time, which is impressive. His route running is crisp, and he's known for his ability to get separation. His rate of 2.1 yards of separation per route is one of the best in the league. All these numbers point to a receiver who can come in and make an immediate impact. In his career, Ridley has accumulated over 700 receiving yards and 40 touchdowns, with a career average of 14.1 yards per reception. He's shown minimal injury issues, playing at least 10 games in each of his seasons, and his route running and deep ball ability have been compared favorably to elite receivers like Davante Adams. When he was with the Raiders, he added a deep threat element that helped boost their aerial attack by over 160 yards in some games. His deep target accuracy is around 45%, and he's been a red zone favorite with about 20% of his targets coming in that area. Now, from the Titans' perspective, it's all about rebuilding and maximizing cap space. Trading Ridley would free up around $12 million in cap savings, which they can redirect towards their young offensive line and potentially a new quarterback. They're prioritizing growth and development, especially with Levis, and focusing on the future rather than immediate results. Their offense has been inconsistent, partly because of turnovers and a lack of explosive playmakers. So shipping Ridley out makes sense, even if it stings a bit given his talent. For Buffalo, acquiring Ridley isn't just about adding a receiver, it's about transforming the entire offense. Pairing him with Stefon Diggs creates a nightmare matchup for defenses, two receivers capable of burning top corners and safeties with their route running and speed. The duo could combine for over 2-0 yards this season, and their chemistry could elevate the Bills' red zone efficiency by around 22%. Ridley's addition would also help alleviate some of the pressure on Josh Allen, especially as the offensive line has struggled at times. His ability to gain yards after the catch, up from 3.6 to potentially over 4.2, would give the Bills a reliable option underneath and downfield. Statistically, the combination of Ridley and Diggs would be a game changer. Their EPA per target would see an increase of about 17%, and the red zone touchdown rate could jump by 22%. Ridley's ability to beat man coverage and his contested catch rate of 42% make him an ideal weapon for Allen, who's been more mobile and creative with his throws this season. Not to mention, Ridley's presence would stretch defenses, opening lanes for Cook and other playmakers. His deep ball catch rate of 45% complements Allen's arm strength perfectly, and their combined threat could lead to more big plays, especially on third down and in clutch moments. This potential trade also has significant implications for the Bills' Super Bowl odds. Right now, they're at plus 900, but with Ridley in the fold, some sportsbooks are already moving those odds closer to plus 450. That's a huge jump, and it reflects the confidence that a player of Ridley's caliber can bring. His contested catch win rate of 23% is just enough to make defenses think twice, and his ability to neutralize safeties and coverages like those used by the Chiefs makes him a valuable piece in Buffalo's postseason puzzle. Remember, in 2020, Stefon Diggs' arrival pushed the Bills' Super Bowl odds from plus 400 to plus 200, so adding Ridley could have a similar impact, especially with the team playing more confidently and with a clear offensive identity. Looking ahead, this move could be a turning point. The Bills have been building a team with a balanced mix of explosive offense and stout defense, which currently allows just 21.6 points per game. Adding Ridley is like adding a turbo boost to an already strong engine. It gives Coach McDermott and offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey more options, more mismatches, and a fresh spark heading into the final stretch of the season. The AFC East is always competitive, but with Miami's high-powered offense and the Jets' emerging defense, Buffalo needs to stay aggressive. A move like this could be the difference maker, especially when it comes to playoff seeding and home field advantage. Of course, there are questions about whether the Titans will actually make this deal happen. They're reportedly cautious, especially with the rebuilding process focusing on developing Levis and shoring up their offensive line. But if the price is right and Buffalo shows serious interest, it's plausible that they could close the deal before the November 4th trade deadline. Such a move would send shockwaves through the league, signaling Buffalo's intent to contend and their willingness to make bold moves to get over the hump. So, Bills fans, what do you think? Is Calvin Ridley the missing piece that can propel Buffalo back to the Super Bowl? Can he help elevate the team's offense to new heights and make us even more dangerous in the postseason? The potential is there, and if this trade goes through, it could be one of those defining moments in franchise history. The Bills have been building this core, and adding a player like Ridley could be the final piece needed to push them all the way. Keep your eyes peeled, stay hyped, and let's see how this story unfolds in the coming days. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. Do you believe Ridley is the game changer we need? Are you excited about the prospect of seeing him in Bills gear? And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. Let's keep the passion alive, and as always, go Bills.